We're listening, and dozens of you are telling us that you can't get your car tags, your license renewals, or really any information through the MVD. Glitches in a new computer system do get some of the blame, but the Rebound Arizona digging deeper and finding ongoing staffing shortages and closings because of COVID-19. Tonight, Let Joe Know's Joe Ducey with questions about safety precautions involving the latest and biggest shutdown.
It's a new email from the Arizona Department of Transportation. Staffing limitations due to the ongoing public health emergency are resulting in MVD delays. Months of delays in getting registrations, licenses, and as we told you earlier, delays in getting any help at all.
We can't take your call.
Call back at a later time.
Then it hangs up.
The latest problem for ADOT, a big one, losing its level 1 call center at Perryville Prison in Goodyear.
If we can't help them at our level, then we route them to other places within ADOT.
As a prisoner, Rebecca Denning says she spent more than 3 years taking MVD calls, part of an ADOT work program. She was released from Perryville just a month ago. Most of the initial calls you make to MVD are handled by 39 female prisoners at Perryville, but that changed less than 2 weeks ago. Denning says she heard from workers still in prison that ADOT staffers tested positive for COVID-19.
They have so many minutes to pack their things. They're moving over to the isolation yard. They're over there right now, locked down.
How many?
The entire call center.
Denning says she heard nothing from the inmates since.
So I'm unsure if they've actually all been tested.
ADOT says a staffer at the prison tested positive for coronavirus. The center was immediately shut down and inmates quarantined. As of Friday, none have shown any symptoms of illness. ADOT says earlier another call center employee tested positive but had not attended work at Perryville during this time.
Morning, this is how may I help you today?
They say calls will be handled by other MVD centers, but don't expect any faster service. At least 4 have also been closed because of staffing and COVID. 2 were still closed on Friday, including this one in Northwest Phoenix. Why so many ADOT COVID staff issues? At Perryville, ADOT says their workers followed Department of Corrections safety protocols, including face coverings, temperature checks.
They're telling me that they followed all the precautions.
That is incorrect.
Denning says the opposite is true at Perryville, and she believes the shutdown was avoidable.
Did you ever wear a mask when you were in that center?
Absolutely not.
You never did?
Never. They would not issue us masks.
She says up to her release date in late May, masks were requested but not given, and there was no distancing at the call center.
We are literally elbow to elbow. You move, you hit your neighbor with your elbow. You move, you hit your chair with your neighbor. It's just, there's no room. We're stuffed in there.
Officially, Perryville lists 8 inmates with COVID-19. Now, I asked the state's Department of Corrections about precautions with those MVD workers. In an email, they say, in part, a directive was issued on June 15th that face coverings are required for our staff. We're examining the expansion of our inmate masking process. Now, ADOT did take care of the MVD registration cases we brought to them. If you need help, let me know. Email rebound@abc15.com. For the Rebound Arizona, I'm Joe Ducey. If you got a problem, let me know.